All right. Hey, team. So welcome to, I will call this our first official Nations United team call. I know it's September and we're having a first official, but what we've done here is Erica and I have these incredible downlines of coaches that are part of Fit Fighter Nation. They're part of Soul Fit Nation. And Erica and I are success partners. We started this business. We've been business partners together. We've been just kind of side by side in this business. And it makes sense for us to start joining together and doing our team calls together. It makes me so happy to do that. We have a lot of the same ideas. We have a lot of the same energy and passion, but we also have completely different strengths and we can really, I think, help develop, support, and elevate this team even more by joining forces. So for a while, you're going to see us kind of co-lead these calls, and then you're going to see us kind of tag team them and invite other speakers, and so it's going to be really awesome. But long story short, we are going to be having team calls for the rest of the year, the first and the third Tuesdays of every single month at 9 p.m. Eastern. You can count on that. And you will see both Eric and I here, and we'll be providing training, announcements, motivation, recognition, but also some really amazing inspiration and best practices and tips for you to apply to your business. Now, we know that tonight you're going to walk away from this call and you are going to have a tool in your hands that will absolutely 100%, without a doubt, help you move your business forward without any questions, okay? And tonight, I know Stephanie's on. I know that Jenny Fellows is on. I had them test this out, this tool, okay, for us so they can give you some of their own opinions. I think it's wonderful. Erica thinks it's wonderful because we created it. It was something that we were like thinking about for so long. Finally, we put our heads together and put it together for you guys. But I asked Jenny and Stephanie to give it a try so that they could give you kind of their honest opinion on how it's helped them in the past week. So we are going to help you use your time more effectively on the right activities so that you can move your business forward. Those of you that are busy, wait a minute, we're all busy, right? It's going to be an amazing tool. It's going to take the guesswork out. It's going to keep you focused and on track. Before we get to that, though, I want to cover some just quick announcements, okay? So first of all, I got to share this screen because this is freaking amazing. Okay, you're going to see all kinds of crazy stuff on my screen. Hold on a second. Okay, check this out. This is so incredible. This is the Success Club leaderboard from the month of August. Now, Tracy Kale's name is kind of chopped off there at the end, so that makes me sad. Let's see, Jenny, can you see this okay? Jenny Fellows? Yes? Okay, cool. I mean, look at this, you guys. This is amazing. I think I probably should go back and check and kind of crunch some numbers, but this was the most successful month our team has had in a very, very long time, if ever. And I feel very confident in saying, I know it's because we elevated our activity last month. And we have this group called Operation Elevation. We are holding our coaches accountable to doing daily activity, to changing the lives of others, and to meeting goals that they've probably never met before or surpassed goals that they set for themselves. This leaderboard is incredible. To have this many coaches in double digits and also just hitting Success Club, it blows me away. These are, if anyone wants to do the math, how many lives did we change just on this board? And then if you go to the next one, I mean, look at that. I mean, whoa, this is just amazing. All of these coaches, all of you guys changed the lives of at least one person last month. And it's because we stepped out of our comfort zones. We focused, we put our heads down, and we said, we will change the lives of people this month. You committed to it and you did it. And most of you here these numbers are showing, were part of Operation Elevation. And I have to give a shout out to all of you guys because you were incredible. I don't think in any training group we've ever had a 95% participation rate. That's amazing. It blows me away. We had a 95% participation rate, meaning that 95% of the coaches who signed up, who voluntarily signed up, did every single bit of the work every single day of that training for 3 weeks. And this is what these boards show that, And the result of that activity and that elevation is why we're on this call tonight, sharing with you a new system that's going to help you track your business and stay on track and stay focused. But if your name is on here, on either one of these boards, I am so proud of you. If your name is not on this board, and I know some of you didn't make this board and you put in the work, oh, I know it's going to be on that board. You planted so many seeds. You did so much work. It will grow. It will grow if you continue to water those seeds. So don't give up, you guys. Okay, so there's that. I just had to share that with you guys because I thought it was absolutely incredible. Okay, so now I'm going to share. You see two things on my screen, I think, probably two things. Can you see both of these? Okay, so you see the calendar. This is on the Fit Fighter Nation page. So your coach may have a calendar. What do you want to do with that? That's up to you. But right now I'm going to reference some of the dates on mine because I know a lot of the ones that I'm going to say are the same dates as your coaches, and I know of Erica's. But also you see the 8 daily investments picture up here as well. Both of these photos and files are on the Fit Fighter Nation page. I think you need both. If you don't have a coach who has created a calendar for you, here's your calendar, okay? But the 8 daily investments, this is what we're working with from now on, okay, as far as tracking goes. But I want to talk about the calendar for a minute because I want to make sure that we're all on the same page for a few dates that are coming up this month, okay? So first of all, I want to make sure that all of our 100% clubbers, if you were working with me in a one-on-one mentorship, or if you were in Operation Elevation and you were part of the 100% club, your training call with Beachbody Corporate Manager Joe Cardone is this Thursday night at 8 o'clock. You will be getting an infographic with a Zoom call link if you haven't already from your mentor from Operation Elevation. So know that that will be coming to you tomorrow if you don't have it yet already. Okay, I know I haven't sent it to my peeps yet. You're not missing anything. Just know the call's at 8. Make sure that happens. Okay, but more importantly, I want to talk about next week. Okay, next week is big. Next week is really, really big. First of all, your focus next week, I want it to be on inviting to our sneak peek. We normally don't have a sneak peek the second week of the month, but we've planted so many seeds and there's so much going on. We've had so many people say yes and are in the Health Bet Challenge, are feeling really good, are motivated, are excited about being part of Team Beachbody in some way, shape, or form. We're having our sneak peek next week. We're going to change that up. Normally it's the 3rd week. Now it's going to be the 2nd week. And I don't know, it could change next month. Just know that's what it is right now. And so Eric and I will be putting together a sneak peek for you guys on Thursday night, the 15th. At 9 p.m. This will be on a Facebook event page. All that info is going to come to you next week. But I'm saying this now because I want to plant the seed within you that we want everyone here to participate in that. Meaning we want you to invite others to the live sneak peek. This will be an opportunity for people to get a glimpse into the world of Team Beachbody coaches, into our teams and our culture. They're going to understand what coaches do, how we earn money, what a day in the life of a coach looks like, all those kinds of things that maybe you don't feel comfortable explaining or you don't know how to explain it. We're going to do it for you. I'm going to put this out there, and I want your goal to be to invite at least 10 people. Elevate that if you want to, but 10 people to that sneak peek between now and that Thursday. And your goal being at least 50% of them attend the event. Okay, we'll be talking to you and getting you ready on inviting to that sneak peek, but I want you to have that on your mind. Notice on my calendar on the 11th, that's my focus for the week. I'm going to invite to my sneak peek in my free group that week. So I already have the names of the people I will be inviting to the sneak peek. That's what I want you to do too. You got your Health Bet group started. Who do you invite now? You're like, okay, group started. I'm all excited. Everybody's participating, but who am I supposed to invite? Now it's time to invite people to a sneak peek. Now it's time to invite people to a free group. You hear what I'm saying? Maybe it's time to invite people to that Health Bet group late, even though they may not be able to participate, but they haven't made that decision yet. Now it's time to, say, come on, you guys, it's time to get started. That's kind of the conversation. Those are the conversations I'm having and have been having the last couple of days. Okay, so you got that on the 15th. But on the 13th, this is huge. And I'm a little stressed out today because of this, but I'm going to be honest with you. Eric and I are working our tails off. Tails off. We are working to the max. Okay, heads down. We're trying to do a lot of amazing things for you guys. but we are relaunching a new coach onboarding system. We are going to have an amazing platform. We are using an amazing platform called Kajabi. If you've ever taken any kind of a training from Shalene Johnson or even Jesse Reagan, I think his might be housed in Kajabi. But we've got basically an academy that we've created that people are going to subscribe to and log into, and they're going to be able to access trainings by us for new coaches in our downline. So we are going to have 15 lessons where coaches, new coaches, whoever, it doesn't matter who their upline sponsor is, like anybody in our organization, right? Anybody on our team, they're going to be able to subscribe. You're going to be able to say, you know what, you're a new coach, you want to get started, go through this training with Erin and Erica. It's going to get you ready to go. We're going to have that ready to launch next Tuesday for you. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. And I'm so excited about it. It's going to be very professional. It's going to be just really well done. It's going to be very thorough. And it's going to be really amazing information. We will challenge all of you guys to go through the new coach onboarding training again. It's going to be called the New Coach Academy. And it's going to have downloads and videos and just all kinds of amazing training. So we want to let you know that on our team call on the 20th, which is the next one, the third Tuesday, we will be training you on how to get coaches started right, on how to send that new coach welcome letter, when you're supposed to have a call with somebody, like how you do all of that. It's been a long time since we've talked about that. And so we're going to share with you our system, and we're going to map it all out for you step by step on how to get a new coach started. No matter if you're a Star Diamond coach or you're a brand new coach, it is important how you get people started in this business, no matter what they're wanting to do with the business, whether they're wanting to do it as a hobby or just get a discount or create a career. So we're going to help you do that. So that will be the meat of our call. We're going to launch it on the 13th. We're going to share it. We're going to be shouting it from the mountaintops. We're going to be getting coaches enrolled in it. We're going to be getting you enrolled in it, taking that training. But on the 20th, we're going to take a step back, walk you through everything to help you get those new coaches started right. The last thing I want to tell you about is that David, my husband David, who's kind of like, I would say our team's kind of like money guy, he's going to go through and teach. He's going to do one of his trainings on the coach compensation plan this month as well. So if you're kind of wondering like how coaches earn money and how to maximize your income in this team or in this business and those legs and left leg and right leg and weak leg and strong leg, what all that kind of stuff means, he's going to do a call for our team on the 21st at 9 p.m. That call will never be recorded, just to let you know. That's why he does them often. That call will never be recorded because he shows you the Coach Online office. And there's people's numbers and emails and names and there's money and things that you just don't need to have out there in YouTube, or on YouTube. So kind of know that, just to protect the privacy of us and to others and our downline coaches that may show up on that screen. He's never going to record those calls. So you want to make that a priority. If you're in this business and you want to learn more about maximizing your income, you want to have that on your calendar. Okay, that's enough. You can access that, later on the Fit Fighter Nation page. And if you have any questions about, what's going on in September, definitely let us know. Okay. We have 42 flipping coaches on this call. That's so exciting. I am so excited and proud of you guys. Like seriously, I am so thankful and proud and grateful of you giving us your time tonight. Gosh, thank you so much. Okay. That's all I have. So Erica, I'm going to pass it over to you. Let's see here. Would you like me to have the 8 daily investments up now, like on the screen, you think?
Sure. Yeah, that would work out.
Let me do that.
Okay, so, hey, everybody. How are you? It's so good to see everybody's little tiny faces. I prefer the gallery view because I guess I like to feel like we're on the Brady Bunch or something. I like to kind of see what everybody's doing. Plus, you don't want to maximize my face. Ain't nobody want to see this at 9:17 p.m. But I do have makeup on and I do have lip gloss on for you. So you're welcome. My team's probably like, what? Like, she's wearing makeup for you guys? What's going on? But anyway, so excited to share this amazing new tracking system, the 8 daily investments. And so just to kind of give you the origin of how this came to be. So during Operation Elevation, we were sharing our activities every day. And those activities consisted of the 4 vital behaviors and the daily 4s, right? So we're like, okay, share your 4 vitals and your daily 4s. And so Erin and I have been talking back and forth, and we always chat about a tracking system. And honestly, from day one, when we started as coaches, like back eons ago, it seems like we've been trying to find something that fits into kind of like our coaching style and our leadership style. And we have, obviously used the daily 3 and the daily 4, and we've used different systems over time. But we're really excited about this because what this does is it basically puts everything together. To us, this is your power hour. This is your 4 vital behaviors. This is your daily 4 activity. Basically, you look at this column for Monday and you basically say, this is what I need to do today. These are the areas of focus that I need to do. So if you're working in your power pockets of time, maybe 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, and a half hour later, you can really kind of allocate your time. Like my first 15 minutes, I'm going to add and connect. My second 15 minutes, I'm going to invite and mentor, and then so on and so forth. So we really want you to see this as a way that you can spend your time in a very purposeful way. But I also want you to pay attention to the word investments. So the word vital, the word non-negotiable, the word activity, I mean, those all are pretty applicable to what this is, but we really love the word investment because we want you guys to get into this thought process of, what I do today is an investment into tomorrow and into the future. So when you are sitting down to add, and we're going to break this down and talk more specifically about each of these, but when you're sitting down to do these behaviors, when you're sitting down to do your power hour, we really want you to think of it as an investment. You are investing in your business. Every time you sit down to work your business, you are investing in it. So the word investments, I want you to think about every single day when you're sitting down, when you take time away, when you turn the television off or don't ever turn it on because now you recognize that that's a time waster, or you're allocating your time differently, or you're setting your alarm to 4:30, or you're staying up a half hour later. Whatever trade-offs you are making, we want you to see those as investments. And we want your mindset to constantly be on investment. Okay. So we really just are excited because we want you to see this as a really great tracking system for you to stay focused during your power hour. All right. And so like, if you're like, what do I do during my power hour? You do this. You complete this form, you do these activities, you obviously, work through. Now, I will say that your workout and Shakeology, well, your workout specifically, we would prefer you not include that in your power hour. Your power hour needs to be obviously dedicated to your business, but workout and Shakeology, obviously, would you be being a product of the product. There's one thing that I want to say about this though, and then I'm going to turn it over to, I think I continue on here with Add and Connect. So never mind. But I want to say, Erin's like shaking her finger at me. Okay. So I want to say, because I did have a coach ask me the question, is this intended to be kind of like your contact, documentation? And the answer is no. Don't use this as your like Mac Daddy list. Okay. And really the way we see this working is, this is a week. And then what you're going to do, you're going to 3-hole punch it or whatever. You're going to put it all in a clip, and you're going to kind of keep track of these over the course of time. So you are going to have this, obviously, a collection of these over time. If you want to then take your invites or your connects or whatever, and then create a contact sheet with that, that's totally fine. But this isn't meant to be your Mac Daddy contact sheet. I hope that makes sense. That should be in another place where you have like your list of 100, where you're keeping track of conversations, and like if somebody's pregnant or, is whatever their objection is, and so on and so forth. Okay. So the first 2 categories we're going to look at.
I'm going to talk to you about how to use the form. And then
okay. That's right. Tell us how to use the form.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So, but I want you guys to notice really quickly that, obviously it says week of, so this is for 1 week at a time. I know you figured that out. Are you allowed to change the dates? Are you allowed to do 2 days in one? Yes. You just make this work for you. We know that when you commit to your business 5 days a week and you do this activity 5 days a week, you've set yourself up for success. You know, some of you may choose to work on the weekends versus Monday and Tuesday because that's your crazy day or whatever. Make it work for you. Okay, so please know that. Busy coaches, and I know Eric and I can speak for this, when we were really busy, we would do what would be called a blitz, where we would just like seriously like add 20 people in a day. Okay, good. You know, then do that, then add 20 people in a day and fill in all your ads or something. You know, do what you got to do. But the fact of the matter is you want to make sure that at the end of a week, at the end of a 7-day time period, you have filled in everything on here. And minimally, we would recommend that in each box, there's 4 things happening, you know, and we'll get into that more. But so if you do 4 times 5, you know, we can do that math, but you know, you are going to be adding that many people each week, connecting, inviting, etc. So make it work for you. But this is the activity. This is the consistent daily activity over time that will allow you to plant seeds. Okay. That will grow. Now notice it says focus. If you saw my calendar where in September it said, you know, invite to sneak peek and free group, that would be your focus. So like this week, my 8 daily investments will focus on sneak peek, or this week, first week of September for me, I'm focused on free group and I'm focused on challenge group. Okay, so that's what I'm focused on this week. So when I'm thinking of inviting, you know, I'm going to be doing some follow-ups from those people who didn't really follow through with the health bet. You know, I'm also going to be then those people that say, no, not right now. And I'm be like, oh, well, I've got a free group coming up, you know, on September 19th. And so then I'll be focusing on that. So I'm going to focus on follow-ups, but I'm focusing on the free group as well. So that's my focus for those invites. So that's why we like to say to always have something to invite people to, because then you have that focus for that week, for that activity. Okay, so you are going to be, the colors of this are representative Post-it notes. We were both teachers and we both love Post-it notes. I love markers, Post-it notes, highlighters, fun pens, like all that kind of stuff. And when I was tracking my business before, it was all on Post-it notes. And I'd go to school with Post-it notes. I'd come home with Post-it notes. They'd go in a calendar and I was like blocking them in Post-it notes. And I even have used the Post-it note app like on my phone or on my computer. So I love Post-it. So the colors are representative Post-it notes. So if you're an on-the-go person, you don't want to carry around your 8 daily investments with you, grab some Post-it notes. When you're at work or you're not driving in the car, but you're at work or you're sitting at a football game or soccer practice or whatever, you don't want to carry this with you. Maybe take some Post-it notes with you instead. You can write everything down on your Post-it notes and then transfer them over to this form later. So that's why we have the colors there. But we have the daily 4s. They're all here, but we also have the 4 vital behaviors. We have room for you to write names on all the Post-it notes, essentially. But down below, that's a checklist. Okay, and so that's where you can literally like use tally marks or check marks or whatever you want to do, but it's all here right in front of you. I know some coaches will just take this and write this down in their planner or wherever you keep this information. But what I recommend that you keep these, like Eric was saying, 3-hole punch them, put them in a binder, put them in a, you know, in a folder, whatever. But at some point, I think these should be transferred to a better system of organization, whether it's Excel, whether it's a notebook, but something where you can really take some good notes. Because take it from me, 4 years of not doing this, oh my gosh, I wish somebody would have sat down and given me some sort of system of organization. I have no idea who I talked to 4 years ago. I have no idea who I invited. I only know if you were my challenger or coach 4 years ago because you're in the Coach Online office. So take it from me, someone who's made a lot of mistakes. Use the system, write down the information, and then track it in something that makes sense to you, like whether it's Excel or something, okay? All right, so Erica's going to walk us through Add and Connect. So she's going to actually give you, like someone's like walking down the beach right now. I hear
I know. I was like, somebody just hopped on. I think
when I'm done here, I'll figure it out. Mute whoever.
Okay, I'll let you do that.
But Erica's going to talk about the Add and Connect. So now we're not just going to give you the philosophy and the structure. We're going to tell you like, okay, here's what this means.
I'm up here.
And here's what you do. Okay. So Gonna give that information. Okay.
Okay. I think it's Tracy who's on, if you want to mute Tracy. Okay. Tracy, if you can hear me, mute yourself, sweet pea. Okay. Anyhow, so let's go ahead and get this party started. So like Erin said, this is just taking the daily 4 and the 4 vital behaviors and really just kind of putting it together. So we haven't changed the verbiage as far as add, connect, invite, mentor, recognize, obviously invite is one of the 4 vital behaviors. And then we have being proof the product works, and then personal development. So we've kind of just put everything together right here. So basically the add component, I will tell you from experience of working with coaches for over 3 years, that one of the 2 most neglected daily activities is add. Okay. If you are a coach and you are just like stagnant and you feel like you've reached this plateau and you really do feel like you are sending, your daily invites, I can almost automatically tell you that where you're probably falling short is the adding component. And the adding component is simply adding people to your network through social media platforms is one way to do it, through, LinkedIn or Twitter or Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook or whatever social media platform that you use on a regular basis, adding people to that platform, growing your reach, growing your friend base. That is huge. I mean, I can tell you that when Erin mentions the word blitz, I go on ad blitzes all the time where I will just go boom, 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 boom. And I used to be very weird about it. I used to think it was very uncomfortable, but here is the mindset that I enter into when I add people. I think about who can I bless with this opportunity, this community, this lifestyle, who can benefit from this, who would benefit from love and support and acceptance and real solutions and emotional and physical and spiritual and financial solutions. Who could benefit from that? And when you think about it from that mindset, it becomes so much easier to press add friend or friend request or whatever it is, whatever platform you're in. So it's all about the mindset. Everything we do in this business starts with a mindset. And if you can get over that mindset that's like, oh, this is so weird, or they're going to be like, who is she? And they're going to wonder who I am. Like, why is she friend requesting me? And blah, blah, blah. Zip it, shut it down. Okay, shut it on down and focus on this mindset that this is a blessing. Because I'm telling you right now, if Erin would have had that mindset with me when I shared with her that I was like at this fitness plateau, that I like to work out, but I wasn't really, seeing very much. If Erin would have, just zipped it and not shared with me or, not added me to this Beachbody environment, then I never would have known that this existed. So you have to add people. Okay. And so adding people, that's 3 to 5 people per day, adding 3 to 5 people per day. If you go on an invite or ad blitz and you add like 30 people in one day, that's good. That covers you for a few days, but you need to make sure you're doing that very frequently, very frequently. Facebook is now a business tool, even your personal page. It is a business tool. You are branding yourself. You are building your tribe. You are building a community of like-minded people who health and fitness is a priority. And everybody wants to feel better and everybody wants to feel more whole and more fulfilled. Okay, so when you go to add people, you need to have that mindset. So that is new people you grow your reach. You can do this through special interest groups. You can do this through friends of friends. You can actually go on Facebook. If you're a Facebook person, go to your friends list and you can actually select like friends of this person who were from this town, who, that sort of thing. You can select people based off of different criteria. So I definitely recommend you going through and doing that. Something else, in-person adding is also one way to do it. So I see people through my fitness classes. I know there's a lot of people who might be PTO moms and you run into a lot of different moms. It is not weird to say, hey girl, are you on Facebook? Would love to connect with you on there. And then jot their name down and then send them a friend request. I do that all the time and it's not weird. And that is definitely how I've been able to expand and grow my network. Okay, so the connect piece. The connect piece is one of my favorites because connecting is something that we need to make sure we're doing every single day, but the connecting piece actually removes Beachbody from the equation and just puts into the equation getting to know people, making friends, right? I mean, everybody needs a friend. So that's the fun with the connection piece. This is non-Beachbody related conversations that eventually might turn into conversations about their goals, but you're really just like, comment, question, compliment, asking questions about, forming their family, their occupation, their recreation, their motivation. I mean, really getting to know people. If you guys were at the 4 Vitals training with Kim Carver, he did a great job talking about connecting. But this is a way for you to get to know people, to show people that you truly care and that you obviously want to know more about them, and you really are trying to find a connection between you and that person. So connects are huge. And if you feel icky in other areas, it's probably because you aren't connecting enough outside of Beachbody, and you're probably focusing too much on Beachbody and need to take it, a step back and do some real, genuine connecting. Okay, so adding and connecting. Next, Erin is going to chat about inviting and mentoring, those 2 categories.
Okay, are we ready to talk about inviting?
I know, right?
Yikes. Okay, here's what I just want to get to this thing, okay? You will never have anyone to invite if you don't continue to create and grow your network, which is adding. You will never know how you can fix someone's problem, or you can never offer a solution if you don't take the time to get to know them through connecting. Yep. So there's a progression, okay? So new coaches, like, have the time of your lives right now making some friends, okay? Like, seriously, it's a goal. Make new friends every day. It's not weird because it's 2016 and this is like social media. This is how people make friends. It's not weird, okay? Like, every single person I know makes friends, connects with friends, like, makes amazing contacts, learns about the mermaid, this and that, whatever you can buy your daughter for her birthday party because of social media. Like, it's just what we do now. Okay. And the coolest thing is we are building businesses on it. Okay. So let's just get over ourselves real quick. Okay. So we have to have a network. Your friends on Facebook, your followers on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, whatever, that is your network. Okay. No matter how big or small it is, your goal is to continue to grow it. And engaging and attracting to your network is huge, okay? But connecting and making friends with those people is way better. Okay, so inviting. Okay, so inviting is really just a personal invitation, okay? And it's a personal invitation in which you're asking someone to make a decision. That's an invitation. A true invitation is a personal invitation where you're asking someone to make a decision. Okay, now you can't offer this invitation until you know that someone needs your help in some way. Okay, so these cold calling invitations, like if someone you have not talked to in 20 years, I would be surprised if it worked. Okay, and if it does, like, wow, that's awesome. Okay, but that's not our goal here. Our goal here is to have had a conversation to where we've gotten it to a point where we can hear that someone is struggling or they have goals. Okay, because when we're chatting with someone, we're going to be like, hey, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you since college. How are you? Like, that's where it's going to start. Oh my gosh, you have 3 kids, me too. And you talk about the kids, right? And what are you doing these days? Like, are you working? Oh, what are you doing? Do you like your job? I'm doing this and this and this. Have you heard of Beachbody? Oh yeah, you have P90X. Oh, that's cool. So what are you doing now for workouts? Do you work out? Oh, I'm so busy with the kids. I don't have time to work out. Oh gosh, I totally felt that way. Where are you, how's your nutrition? Because I struggled with that for so long, like that was something I really just was awful at, but I figured a lot of things out. Like, how are you doing with your nutrition? Because that can be a huge game changer. You can at least figure out your nutrition. That's what you do. Like you have conversations with people, you get to know them, you hear, you listen, you don't have an agenda. You do not have an agenda. You've had enough conversations and connections with people that it gets to the point where making the personal invitation, well, you know what? I heard you say you're so busy, you know, you don't even have time to work out, and you even own P90X, and that your nutrition's all over the place. You're just making pizza for dinner, you know, and oh my gosh, I was so there, and I know what that feels like. But did you know that that's something that I do? That I help people. I'm a coach. Like, I help people with their health and fitness goals. Is that something you'd like to learn more about? Because I hear you saying you don't have time, that you really don't even know what to make the kids. They won't eat their vegetables. You're struggling with it. And I have some ideas. Would you like more information? That's an invitation. Okay, that's what you do. But we can't have that. We can't invite until we know what the problem is, what people are struggling with, because we have a solution for something, that for every struggle that someone is having, whether it's financial, whether it's health and fitness related, whether it's someone, you know, who just feels down in the dumps. We have a solution. Does it always end in a sale? Maybe not. But that's not how we change lives, with a genuine, heartfelt, like, passion to change the lives of others. Maybe we just want to recommend an amazing personal development book that changed our lives. Okay. But what we've done there is we've made a new friend. We are a servant, you know, and we're helping someone with something that they need help with. That's what coaches do. It may not always end in a sale. And it may be someone saying, sure, I'd love more information. And then you're like, okay, well, here's what I've done. You know, here's what I did to help me when I was in that place. And it was scary, and it was hard, it was challenging, but wow, it's been amazing. And here are the results I got. Now, it took me 90 days to get through a 60-day program, but I did it. But check out my friend Jenny, okay? Look what she did. She did this. She's got 4 kids, and she did X, Y, and Z in 2 rounds, 3 rounds. These were her results. And I shared a picture of Jenny Fellows, right? Killing it in her bikini. And that's what I'm going to do. Those are the conversations we have. That's how we invite people. We get to know them. We add them to our network. We get to know them. We send them a personal invitation. We ask them to make a decision. We have to ask people to make a decision. We have to put our big girl or big guy pants on, because if we don't offer the question, okay, if we don't ask someone to make a decision, there's never that opportunity for them to say yes, okay? And when someone says no, who cares, okay? Because then I'm just like, well, yeah, I got this free group. Do you want to join that? Or, okay, cool. Well, is it okay if I just check in with you next month? Because I know this month is super busy. You got football, soccer going on with the kids. But what about next month? Does that seem like that timing would be better for you? Oh, it's too expensive. I totally get that. You got a birthday coming up, right? Okay, you know what? My friend Erica, she totally saved up her birthday money to get her first challenge pack. And this girl is on a mission. Like, she's not stopped since. And it's really incredible to see her transformation. So do you just want me to follow up with you in a month? Does that sound good? You know, like, we just, like, no. Like, I always continue that conversation past the no. That person's name goes on my next month, you know, on my follow-up list for the next month. So I know, you know, that I'm going to follow up with them. So inviting. It's asking someone to make a decision. Maybe it's about a sneak peek. Maybe it's about a free group. Maybe it's about a challenge group. Maybe, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's just coaching opportunity. You know somebody's struggling. You know this is something that could change your life. You know they need this positive support group of people to surround themselves with. Okay? But I want you to know that it is scary and it is hard, but only because you make it that way. It's really not. Has anyone ever told you they were thinking about you? Has anyone ever sent you a message and complimented you, or shown you, or you posted something and someone sent you a message and said, wow, that was really awesome, I'm proud of you? How many times have people done that for you? It's time for us to start doing that for others. And when we let someone know that we're thinking about them, or we have an idea that could help them with a problem that they have, or we recognize them, which we're going to get to a little bit later, or we shout them out and tell them that we're proud of them, that means something to people, and it moves mountains. So I want you to get out of your own way and go ahead and send the invitations. Because the worst thing is going to be is someone's going to say no. But that no just means not right now. And that's the cheesiest, like most cliched saying that I've heard in this business, but it's the absolute truth. The no's are the seeds that you're planting for the future. Okay. I have people from 3 years ago, from 4 years ago that are just now saying yes, and so I want you to know that. But we've got to make sure that we invite 4 people a day. We add 4 people, we connect with 4 people, we invite 4 people. And when you're just getting started, you might be like, who do I invite? Because I'm just now starting this whole thing. Hello, you got your Mac Daddy list. You got your friends and your family and people who know, love, and trust you. Now, don't be surprised if your friends and your family that are really close to you are the last people that say yes. You'd be surprised. The first people that said yes to me was my cousin Megan, a girl I went to grad school with, and a girl that I worked with. Okay, but they never would have had the opportunity to say yes had I never invited them. Okay, and so I want you to know that we have to give people the opportunity to say yes. So 4 invites. So mentoring, what does that mean? I get this question all the time. We're going to mentor 4 people a day. Okay, you're like, well, that's easy for you, Erin, because you have coaches who are working the business, or you've been doing this for so long, you have lots of challengers, you have people to mentor. Well, mentoring means that you are helping someone without expecting anything in return. You're giving your knowledge, you're giving your expertise, you're giving light. You're giving light to someone in darkness. Okay, you're shining a light where people can't see through the darkness. That's you mentoring. It's guiding people, it's inspiring people, it's teaching people. Okay, so who do we mentor? Well, absolutely mentor coaches on your team. Okay, absolutely mentor challengers on your team. Mentor friends in your life, family members in your life. Think about people who you can just give advice to. Okay, you ever sitting around at lunch? Okay, and people are like, what are you eating? Like, what is that? Okay, use it as an opportunity to teach. Use it as an opportunity, to guide, to shine light in darkness. Well, I'm eating kale. I'm not going to eat kale. That was a horrible example. I can't stand it. I'm eating collard greens. Okay. Well, what the heck? Like, who eats collard greens? Well, do you know why? Like, why I eat greens? Like, why that's good for me? Oh, you don't like that? Well, why don't you just try broccoli or just some mixed greens? Like, just use it as an opportunity to teach. For me, I am alternating. Like on Mondays, I'm going to focus on mentoring coaches, like, some of my working coaches in the business. On Tuesdays, I'm going to focus on new challengers. On Wednesday, I'm going to focus on new coaches. On Thursday, I'm going to focus on, just giving advice to friends out in the social media world who are looking for advice or need a recipe for dinner that night. I might mentor and have conversations with them. But this is me teaching. This is me inspiring, motivating. I'm not expecting anything in return from it. I'm just being, I love this, Dave Ramsey says this in Entree Leadership, I'm being a servant leader. I'm digging in, I'm rolling up my sleeves, I'm getting dirty, nothing in it for me. I just want to help other people, because the more lives we change in this business, the more our lives will change. The more that we can teach, the more that we can help other people grow, we will grow. Okay, so that's an opportunity for you to be a mentor. It doesn't matter if you're day 1 in this business. It doesn't matter if you still have 100 pounds on your journey. It doesn't flipping matter, because you can guide, mentor, inspire, and teach others. So 4 people a day. Okay, there's some days where I've got one-on-one calls with 8 people. Okay, well, I've checked off Monday and Tuesday. Or you just elevate yourself and you just keep going on. Okay, that's it. Erica, talk to us about recognition. You do a great job with this.
Oh, well, thank you. So that was a little piece of recognition she gave me. No, but anyway, I wanted to say something, about the mentoring piece as well is, there's 400,000 coaches in the network. 400,000 people out of 7 billion, right? So you just by default being a coach have 6.5 billion people that you could mentor and that you could shine some light on in the darkness. Because honestly, guys, and when it comes to mentoring, it's not it doesn't have to just be like nutrition or fitness, because I know a lot of people feel like they're not like experts in those areas, or they don't feel like they maybe have, you know, a leg to stand on in that. But it's really just, maybe it's just about personal development. Maybe it's just about a mindset. Maybe it's just about, you know, making, you know, time 30 minutes a day to squeeze in a workout. I mean, those are ways you can mentor people and can guide people to their better way of life. Okay. So I love what Erin covered with mentoring. All right, let's talk about recognition. So recognition is that really exciting, like most recent addition to the 4 vital behaviors. And I love recognition, because human beings thrive off of recognition. All right. And the thing about it is, you know, yes, we do intrinsically do a lot of behaviors just because we're good. But at the same time, there are a lot of behaviors that we do because we know that someone's going to take notice. And so recognition is a wonderful opportunity for us to be intentional about shining light on people for the things that they're doing, the choices that they're making, the actions that they're taking. You know, like for example, in the health bet, I mean, people who are drinking their Shakeology every single day, people who are doing a fitness program and committing to that fitness program. I mean, those are huge things that should absolutely be recognized. I mean, those are commitments that should be taken very seriously. And so, you know, recognition can be our challengers. It can be shouting them out privately. It can be shouting them out publicly. I would say that before you do a public recognition, that you do ask for permission, or just say, hey girl, do you mind if I give you some love on Facebook today? And most of the time, 99% of the time they're going to say yes, but you always want to ask that, because obviously this is personal. I mean, losing weight, changing for the better. I mean, changing your mindset, doing something for yourself like this is very personal. So you absolutely want to make sure that that is okay by them if you're going to do a public recognition. But if you're brand new to coaching, like let's say you signed up with a challenge pack and it perhaps is your very first challenge group experience yourself, and you're just thinking to yourself, like, I don't have anyone to recognize. There's very important people in every single one of our lives that make our lives easier or better, or, you know, more fun or more exciting. Recognize those people, very important people in your life. You definitely want to get in the habit of shining light on those people who make your life more enjoyable, who add value, and that you can look at and say, like, that person really just brings me so much joy. And maybe it's just something positive they posted on social media. Maybe it is, you know, a picture that you saw that put a smile on your face or whatever. That could be something that you recognize, just sending them something quickly and saying, like, hey girl, you really made me smile today. Thank you so much. Keep up that positive energy that you're showing on Facebook. That is recognizing a person. And, you know, I do find that if you recognize outside of the Beachbody world, aren't you also like connecting with people and creating relationships and building that value between people? So I think recognition has to be looked at beyond the walls of Beachbody. But certainly within the walls of Beachbody, you want to be recognizing your challengers and your coaches. And so behavior that is recognized is repeated. And I heard that early on in my coaching career, and I thought to myself, like, oh my gosh, like that is so true. I mean, there are some people who are 100% fueled by recognition. And this vital behavior that is a daily investment is huge. So you want to recognize 4 people. You want to recognize 4 people a day. And there are always people that you could recognize. I mean, you on this call, there's 43 people. You could recognize 43 people right now, okay, for making a commitment to this business, for making a commitment to helping people live a more positive and fulfilled life. I mean, I'm sorry, that is worth recognition. And that's why oftentimes you'll see, you know, many of us snapping photos of like our team calls, because we're so proud that people have given up this time and have dedicated their time to making this investment into their business and also into the lives of other people, because we are life changers. And I know Erin has said it so many times, and we have a blessing right here in our hands at our fingertips. And when we don't add, we're keeping that from people. When we don't connect with people, we are keeping that in our hands and we're tightening that grip. When we don't invite people to the Beachbody opportunity, to the Beachbody business, to a free group, when we don't do that, when we don't mentor, when we don't recognize people for their activities and their behaviors and their decisions, then we sell people short. And that's what we're doing. When we don't make these investments in our business, we're not really holding up our end of the bargain. And when we said we want to be a coach, we want to help people, we want to grow this business, we want to help people live more positive and fulfilled lives, we are preventing that from fully taking shape if we're not doing these behaviors. So you know what they are. Okay. This has been ingrained in your head. I mean, especially if you were in Operation Elevation, right? Like you're like, oh my gosh, like somebody please. And that's why we're like, let's put this all in one pretty package for you. And so that's what we've done. We want this to be like boom, 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 all the way down. Like I've got this. And you know what? People stop too soon. All right. That's why we read the compound effect. And then I'm going to hurry up on this because I know Erin's got some stuff she has to cover still too. But people stop when they don't see their efforts immediately rewarded. They don't see the return on their investment immediately. They stop too soon. But what you have to keep doing is when it gets hard, you have to dig in your heels and you have to keep doing these daily investments because that's the way an investment works. Over time, more value is added to it. And that's just like with your business. The only reason why Erin and I are successful today is because we made early investments in our career day in and day out and day in and day out. It's not because like today we were just like boom, 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 shooting like stars out of our fingers. It's because we laid the foundation and made the investments. And there's so many coaches on this call who we could say that same thing to. But this is where it starts, guys. This is where it starts. Okay. If things aren't working out for you, you're going to need to revisit your investments. How are you investing in your business? Because chances are one of these things is not being invested in adequately. Mm-hmm. Okay. Erin.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. So that was awesome. And that's the thing is that when we go back, this is what we were doing. And it wasn't in a pretty package. It was all over. It was all over the place, but we did this every day. I mean, every day. And it wasn't, we were doing everything every day. That's why I'm saying make it work for you, blitz it if you have to, but this is the amount of activity that will be a foundation. Okay. I'm going to say that, make it your own, but don't be like, oh, well, I'm just not going to do the recognition part because like, I just don't know what that means. Do it all, but make it work for you. Okay. So anyway, the checklist at the bottom, that's what I'm going to tell you what this means. We added social media on here. This is not a vital behavior. It's not a daily 4, but it is something that it has to be done. We have to make ourselves visible on social media. If anything else, all we're doing is we are sharing our journey and adding value to the lives of others. We're sharing positivity or motivation. We're sharing our daily workout, our daily Shakeology, whatever that is. You don't have to be crazy and do a sweaty selfie with no shirt on, okay? Like it took me 4 years to get so confident to do that. And sometimes I'm still not. But it just means that you're posting on at least one social media platform 3 to 5 times a day. So just put some tally marks there. That's a non-negotiable in my book. There are days where I say, I got to check out of social media, but that's like one day every couple weeks. Okay. It's not like, oh, I'm going to post on Monday and then maybe again on Thursday because I kind of forgot. Like that is something that has to be consistent, because if you stop showing up in people's lives, they will forget about you. So I'm not going to go into great detail, but if you need any more mentoring or training, ask us. We have lots of training on social media. Okay. But that's a non-negotiable. That's part of an investment. That is something you gotta do. Gotta do that. Okay. And if anything else, you're just leading by example and being proof of the products and sharing your PD or whatever that is, your lifestyle on social media. Your workout and your Shakeology, check. Okay, I think we know that goes without being saying, that's being a product of the product. Do your workout, be committed to a program, work out every single day or follow that program, rest when you're supposed to rest, and drink your Shakeology 7 days a week, not just when you think about it. Shakeology, we know, works on a cellular level. It means it doesn't just, we have one magic shake and all of a sudden our cholesterol has dropped and we've lost 20 pounds. It is nutrition for our bodies. And it is something that we need to drink every day to be an example, but also for it to allow our bodies to reap the rewards of Shakeology. And so it's not just an every now and then, it's not a post-workout recovery drink. It is nutrition for your body that your body needs every day to boost its immunity, to help every part of your body work the way it's supposed to. And then your personal development. This is something I wouldn't just check. I would do more than this if I were you. I'd write down the pages that you read, maybe somewhere else, like journal what you read, whatever. But you definitely need to do your personal development every day. I personally think that reading a book is crucial, but I know when I was busy working full time, and even sometimes now, sitting down to read, it can be really challenging. So podcasts, National Wake Up Call, YouTube videos, whatever that is for you right now, listen, read something every day that's going to help you grow on the inside, whether it's business related, whether it's just self-esteem and confidence related, whether it's nutrition related. It's something that's going to help you become a better person. Right now, I'm reading Dave Ramsey's EntreLeadership. It's been sitting on my shelf forever, and I'm so glad I picked that up. It's amazing. I love that book. But I also listen to EntreLeadership podcasts. I listened to Lou Holtz today, for crying out loud. Oh my gosh. Seriously, while I was getting ready, I was listening to Lou Holtz tell me how to be a great coach. It was awesome. So things like that are really awesome. I don't listen to the radio much. I don't watch TV much. I don't have on just background noise that's the television any longer, in the news as I'm eating breakfast. I have on a podcast. I have on a YouTube video. So that takes time, and consistency over time creates those positive habits and behaviors that change you from the inside out and help you grow your business. So it may not be a habit right now to do these activities, to work out, to drink your shake, to listen to PD or read PD, or even to post on social media. It is probably not a habit of yours, and you have to think about it. Oh, I should post. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to read something. Oh, that's where you are right now, and that's okay. But doing this and committing to this will make it a habit. So you wake up and you're like, oh, I've got this great idea, or I'm just going to read right now. It's just part of what you do. This activity, okay, the add, connect, invite, mentor, recognition, you will get to a place where you can do that in 20 flipping minutes. And I'm not even joking, because that's the place where I am right now. Okay. And I know that coaches are on here who aren't multi-star diamond coaches who can do that activity in 20 minutes after Operation Elevation. They're like, bam, I got this. I got the ball rolling. The momentum is going. Trust me, if you show up and you do this, it will become part of your habit, and that patience in practice and consistency, it's gonna make it easier. And you're going to get good at it. You're going to get really, really good at it. And you're going to teach other people. And people are like, what are you doing? Well, I'm just doing this, what they told me to do. Okay. Same thing with your PD and your social media. You're just going to do it, and you're going to get good at it. Okay. But it takes time. Seriously, search me 4 years ago on Facebook. You're going to laugh out loud. You're like, what the heck was that girl doing with her 100 friends on Facebook? Okay. I don't know what I was doing. Posting pictures at the pumpkin patch or something. That's it. Okay. So know that it takes practice. It takes patience. It takes screwing up. Okay. It takes a lot of mistakes. It takes a lot of oh, I can't believe I just did that. Okay. But this will create a habit, a very, very positive habit. Okay. So before we wrap up, Erica's going to give you a call to action. I want to ask, I'm going to stop the screen share really quickly. I know Jenny, I asked a couple of coaches, 40 people are still on. You guys are so awesome. Okay, yeah. We're going to totally take a picture here in a little bit, okay? So don't worry. Okay, Jenny Fellows, you gave this a try. Can you kind of tell me, and I asked Jenny because Jenny wasn't part of Operation Elevation, so she wasn't part of that every single day kind of thing. So, I'm kind of asking someone to do this, to try this, who hasn't really seen this. She's seen the Daily Force. She knows the Four Vitals. She does this kind of thing every day. But Jenny, what was your, how did this help? What was your, experience working with the 8 daily investments?
Well, first of all, where would you put your follow-ups on here?
Invite and follow up is the same category.
Okay.
Invite and follow up.
I will tell you that I have been cutting myself short because I always use connect kind of as my follow up. because connecting with people, like how you guys explained it, like I just do that. Like I find that fun. Like that's a no-brainer to just go and comment on people's things and stuff. So my invite boxes may look kind of blank, but it's because I wasn't using them correctly. Okay. I just don't want to get my hand slapped.
Or
Okay.
your house egged, right?
Okay. So like I just started using it yesterday. I don't know if you really can see, but I have found so far that it's helping me plan my week. Like if I feel like I've already recognized enough people today and then something happens, I'll write them in on my week so I don't forget to recognize them. And then when it comes to that day, boom, it's like when Erin says you can have it done in 20 minutes, if you have a game plan, like I also felt like with adding, there was a rule once, not an actual rule, but a suggestion that you shouldn't add too many people at one time, like send out too many invites because Facebook may be like, hey, wait, what are you doing? And so I'm very cautious of that. And I have written down tomorrow people I'm going to go add so that I'm not doing, I don't know if doing 20 in a day is wrong or you're going to be flagged.
Can I answer that question, Jenny, or
Yes.
respond to that statement? That's really if you don't have any friends in common with that person. Like if you have 0 friends in common, that's when Facebook, that's a red flag.
Okay.
So if you added 20 friends you had 0 friends in common with, that would not be good. But if you have, a friend in common with that person, then you should be totally okay to do an invite blitz.
Okay, great.
Or an ad blitz.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm finding, and then I'm a list person. Like I already on my calendar, I have written down workout, Shakeology, PD, because I like to mark those things off. So now by having all these things here, I don't have to write them every day in my planner. And I'm doing the tally marks by my social media. I'm writing in what workout I'm doing. I'm writing my PD in. So I'm finding it very helpful. And it's a lot of the things I was already doing, but I was writing everything in my planner. And kind of to just one last thing to touch on, like this is not your Mac Daddy list, but what my plan is to do with this, and I was doing this with the other ones we were using, is at the end of the week, transferring this information. I keep an Excel spreadsheet with all my conversations. I'll have, let's say I talk to Ginger, I have her name, and then I will write September 2016, what I talked to her about, or maybe I just added her as a friend on Facebook. So that's my plan, is to take this information and put it on my spreadsheet, because if I send a message to somebody and then go to my spreadsheet and update it, it's taking too much time up. So that's my plan, to keep my contact list up to date as well.
Love it. Love
So
it.
I like it.
Thank you, Jenny.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Stephanie, are you able to talk? I know I asked you to do this too. Are you good to go?
Yeah, I can talk.
Okay.
My daughter's still up, so you might hear her yelling in the background.
Oh, no judgment from any of us, but your picture looks pretty. Okay.
Oh.
So, all right. So did you give the 8 daily investments a try?
Yeah, and the recognize is like the one area like I really struggled with for the longest time because I just wasn't really doing it. And to be honest, people like seeing you recognizing other people on social media, and you get into more conversations with people just by simply making a post.
Mm-hmm.
So I've just been really working on that, and honestly, I'm getting more challengers reaching out wanting me to post about the results. Yeah. So therefore, it's publicly announcing what I'm doing anyways. It's like a, double whammy.
That's awesome. Well, and I even saw you recognize like your coach, Alani, so it kind of, instead of waiting for someone to do something for you to recognize, like waiting for someone to rank advanced to Emerald, you're actually looking for celebrations to make. And it's kind of a cool mindset shift. And
yeah. And just like showing gratitude anyways, like even for people that have nothing to do with the business, just appreciating the small things that other people do for you, because you take stuff for granted so easily.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I love that. Well, thank you. So anything else about it? I know you're doing a lot of activity.
I've been pretty much doing that. But I usually keep track of it in my planner instead of on a piece of paper, just because I take things to go a lot, so it's easy to have it in a book or a binder just to take. But I mean, like Jenny said, the whole follow-up thing, because I always track my follow-ups. So if I invited someone today, I put them on my follow-up list in a couple of days. So, I mean, that would be the only thing, but I write big, so those boxes aren't big enough for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But what I hear is it kind of like showed you a weakness or an area that you could give a little more focus to. And that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. Very cool.
And I totally liked how you said, you know, if you find that you're falling short, you can so look back and you can see where you fell short. If you didn't hit Success Club, well, then maybe it's because not enough of the pink boxes were filled in. Mm-hmm. Or, you know, maybe you didn't add enough people. I mean, I think it's going to be a very clear representation of what you've done.
Absolutely.
Well, and not only that, just to add,
accomplished at the end of the day to see, wow, I killed it today.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But also we really wanted this to be something you could then turn and show your new coaches as well. You know, and at the end of the day, if people don't know what the words add, connect, invite, mentor, and recognition, I mean, in the dictionary, exactly what we're doing, it says, you know what I mean? I mean, obviously we're making it more specific to coaching, but I mean, this is something that you could give a new coach and you could have a conversation with and say, like, here's what we do. Here's, you know what I mean? Like, if you want to grow a business and if you want to build a business, then let's do this. And I think it breaks it down. One thing I wanted to add, and thank you so much, Stephanie and Jenny, for your insights. For your challenge group, your daily post that you're making in your challenge group, you can just go ahead and write that across the mentor line, mm-hmm. you know, because you're doing at least one mentor each day just by posting in your challenge groups, right? So just, if you want to like go ahead and write that across, you know, every day, because you're posting in there probably every single day, then that would go in the mentor category.
Love that. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Jenny and Stephanie, for giving that a shot and giving us some feedback on how it's working for you guys. Cool.
And another little tip for your PD, you could even, you know, write down a couple of the amazing quotes that you gathered from your PD that day. And there's one of your social media posts. Mm-hmm. You know, there's just so many different ways you can incorporate PD into your brand as well.
Absolutely. Hey, before you...
Can I invite everybody to something really quick?
Ooh.
Sure. Is it a pool party at your house?
I'm reading the Girl Code.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
I just started it today, and I only have 3 people in like my book club. I have a separate Facebook group just for us that are reading it so we can connect with each other. And we just did chapter 1 today. So if anybody, I mean, I'd love more people to be in it. It's just a couple of my coaches. If anybody would like to be in it, you know, shoot me a message and I'll add you to the group and we can read it together.
That's Jenny Fellows, everyone. Jenny Sodom Fellows on Facebook.
I'll comment or something too in the...
On Fit Federation, yeah.
Yes.
Love that. That book is amazing. I don't know what the guy equivalent is yet at this time, but our gentlemen would not appreciate that book as much, just to let you know.
There is a book that I just started reading after the Girl Code from the same author, and it's called The Champagne Diet. And I was telling Alanie the other day, I think it's a good one to recommend to a lot of the challengers who especially are suffering with like mental blocks or even nutritional stuff, because it's basically telling you, you know, all the crap that they're trying to market to you, all the Weight Watchers points and all of that. It's not going to work. Nothing's going to work unless you do the work yourself. And I'm only on to chapter 3, but it has some great takeaways.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, because she has the blog, The Champagne Diet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really good. Well, thanks. Well, I think everyone should listen to the podcast I listened to today, the Lou Holtz podcast on Entree Leadership. That was incredible. Okay, before you close this down, close the shop, can we take a quick photo, you guys? Okay, so I'm going to get things ready here, and then we're going to have to take 2. So I'll just tell you when to smile, times 2. Okay, ready? Everybody smile. Okay, there's 1. Hold on. New pin. Okay, hold on. I'll tell you again. Be ready. Be ready. Ready? Smile. Okay. Thank you. Okay, Erica, go ahead.
Okay. So our call to action, which I already kind of said this at the beginning, so is to print off the daily 8 investments and start using it. So print it off. Get to know it. If you guys have any questions, obviously, you know, you can certainly let us know. But I think it's pretty straightforward. And I think you're really, really going to start to see where you might need to focus your energy, maybe where you're crushing it, maybe where you can find better balance in your daily investments, and how we can just knock this out of the park. So print it off. You'll find it in SoulFit. You'll find it in Fit Fighter Nation. So hopefully this becomes a household name, and we're so excited. And thank you so much for your time, and huge props to our Operation Elevation rock stars. I mean, 95%, that 95% happened because of the daily investments. I'm telling you right now, the reason why 95% of those participated and probably 95% hit Success Club was because they did these daily 8 investments. There is a correlation. You got to take note. Okay. All right, you guys, have a wonderful night's sleep, and we will see you soon.